11. Friends don't lie.
Stop it! You're freaking her out!
She's freaking me out! The upside down.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
No. I found the chocolate pudding!
Oh God, please tell me it's not the kid.
I need you to hide!
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Holy shit.
Welcome back. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Streaming Things, Streaming Stranger Things. This time it's episode 5 of season 5. Shock Jock.
Shock Jock.
Shack Jack.
Well, we're here. You're ready to listen to the traffic on the Shock Jock. That was my impersonation of a Shock Jock.
Steve over here on the ones and twos.
Ooh.
It's a real crazy episode.
Oh, you feel that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing our little Shock Jock version of Streaming Things.
Yeah, are you hot and ready for this episode?
Yes!
That's what I thought.
That's right. Well, it's Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
We here at Streaming
guys.
Things have gathered on the day of the birth of Christ.
Yeah. We abandon our families, our loved ones, our children to come watch TV with friends.
That's right. Like any good man would do. And volume 2 has dropped. So we've got 3 episodes.
Yep.
And listen, if you've never listened to Streaming Things before, there's a few things you need to know. You've probably, by the time you're listening to this, already binged all of volume 2. Most people do. Some people watch along with us, which is
the true fans,
which is admirable. Yeah. But we don't. So we've only seen the first episode of volume 2, Shock Jock, which you're about to listen to, our recap of. And we hop right on the mics. We run downstairs and start recording immediately. So we don't know what's going to happen in episode 6 or in episode 7 or anything like that. This is our fresh reaction, our predictions as we go along. We're going to talk about our overall thoughts about the episode, then go through a scene-by-scene, play-by-play recap, and then do some fun things at the end, like our I almost said Valyrian Steels. We're going to find the chocolate pudding, our top 3 favorite moments of the episode, talk about our favorite performance of the episode, try to identify our Easter Eggos, any kind of 80s pop culture references to other properties, things like that we can glean. We'll enumerate those as well. That's what's up ahead on Streaming Things. Any questions? Just kidding. You can't ask me.
This isn't interactive.
It's not. Stop.
You're strapped in, ready to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to have a lot of new listeners, as we typically do with these Stranger Things episodes. I don't know if you're listening in the car with children present. Probably don't do that. We get a little silly, especially Steve. We just can't hold him back.
I like to say words I can't say.
He's
Boobs and butts.
Follow-up question. Dingers and butts.
My son plays baseball, and I don't know if it's like a Gen Alpha slang or something, or maybe it's a baseball thing because I'm not a sporty guy. But he always called like a really good hit a dinger.
That's just a baseball
I feel like
thing.
that's a baseball thing, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just really awkward for me. I'm like dropping him off at practice.
Oh, man, I got a dinger today.
And I'm like, what?
Who do I go yell at?
Big fat one earlier, Dad.
I guess it makes sense because like the metal bats make that noise,
Ding.
Yeah, they ding.
Mm-hmm. They do be dinging.
But wooden bats, that's where the real baseball heart is, right? That's a
Oh, no.
cracker. I had some crackers today. I'd be like, good. They deserve it.
They had it coming.
Well, we start every episode not with that kind of discussion. Well, that is true, actually. But with a MadLib, I think. And I think we're going to do that.
MadLib. That's right. It's time to read the MadLibs. I asked these two jabronis for words like adjectives, like verbs, all sorts of things. And together we craft a story by putting pen to paper that you can listen to at the end of this episode. This is another continuation of some amazing MadLibs that have been created for us by listener of the show, Lavender Haze.
Thank you, Lavender Haze.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Boys, you ready for this one this week?
I'm ready. Andy, you go first.
Okay.
Okay, Andy is going first. Andy, from you, I'm really excited to see what you come up with this first one, Andy.
Oh, okay.
Because this is also I don't think we've ever gotten this prompt in a MadLibs before.
Oh, man. Pressure.
A lot of pressure. It comes down to you, Andy. I need from you an animal noise.
An animal noise. Oh, my God.
What a perfect person to have this prompt.
Right?
We're going to go with the horsey that goes...
Like a... Is that your horse? That horse sounds like it's drowning.
I want to pet the rabbits, George. That's a horse.
So I don't know how to spell that onomatopoeia, so I just went brrr.
I believe it's
and then in parentheses, horse.
Okay, good.
So I'm hoping I can remember the that you're doing at the end. Kit Lazer, can I have an adjective?
How about disgusting?
Andy, can I have a person in the room?
Winona Ryder.
Kit, I need a number.
42.
Andy, can I have an adjective?
Kinda stinky, but not unpleasant.
Kit, can I have an adjective?
Preposterous.
Andy, can I have a feeling?
Shockingly aroused.
I'm going to conjugate it a little bit. I'm going to change it to shocking arousal
Okay.
to make it make more sense. Kit, I need a object, plural.
Nunchucks.
Andy, can I have an adjective?
Breathless but determined. It's Steve's move in the bed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I might go to. Can I have an adjective, Kit?
Confused.
Andy, can I have an adjective?
Uncomfortably erect.
Like it's been more than 4 hours.
Yeah, like you should probably go to the hospital.
Kit Lazer, for Christmas, I got you a request for an adjective.
Itchy and rashy.
Andy, give me a music artist.
Sting.
Kit, can I have an object, plural?
Little Charlie Brown Christmas trees.
Andy, can I have an adjective?
A little stretched out.
Kit, can I have a noun?
Demogorgon orifice.
Andy, I need an adverb.
With aplomb.
And last but not least, Kit Lazer, from you, I need a feeling.
Pea chill.
Say that again?
A pea chill. You know how like when you take a piss after a long time, especially if you're on ecstasy and you get that like...
You get the will tingles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. All right, well, stay tuned to the end of the episode to listen to the story that these two crafted titled, This Has Been a WSQK Broadcast.
The Squad.
Perfect for Shock Jock, that MadLib.
Yeah.
You know, turns
Lavender
out.
Haze knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Again, if you guys made it this far and you're new, welcome to the show. We cover dozens and dozens of different TV shows and films. Stranger Things is kind of our bag, hence the name Streaming Things. That's where it all started. So we're closing that loop now as we move forward. But over on patreon.com/streaming things, if you're into what we do here, you should check out that area because you get access to all of our Game of Thrones coverage, which is now ending. A bunch of other shows that we've done like Midnight Mass, Arcane, a couple hundred movies, all kinds of cool stuff going on over there. These episodes ad-free and early, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But guys, it's been a month since we've had any Stranger Things.
I know, it's
we've
exciting.
had time to cook. Things have been marinating. What was it like watching episode 5? Are we so back? Andy.
We are back, guys. I'm happy to report we are back.
We made it.
So this episode starting out felt like a previously on, right? It was like, hey, remember that at the end of the last episode when Will got some powers and some cool shit happened? Here it is again. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm here for it. This is a good time. But I don't know if they've ever done that before, where it's like, we know it's been like a month since you watched an episode. So here, let's remind you of the thing that just happened. So that was a unique feeling for this episode. I cannot think of another time where they gave us that much of a previous.
It could have only have been 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Season 4, you mean? Yeah. Totally. But yeah, I can't think of them doing that. But anyway, so I think that this episode suffers a little bit from some pacing issues. I think that it's a whole lot of setup and mystery to pay off for the rest of the episodes. And with the binge model, obviously everybody else on planet Earth is watching episode 6 right now, but we're not. So we're sitting here like kind of mad because it ended on a real dinger, if you will.
That's a baseball reference.
But yeah, I think that the Callie stuff again fell
Ended on a real cracker.
the Callie stuff fell a little flat for me because it seems like every time they bring her up, it is like, let's sit you down and give you some really serious exposition, as opposed to just letting her be a character that gets involved in stuff. It's forever her job to tell you about the other things that happened off camera and to flash back.
Because she can literally show you, though. It's so handy.
Exactly.
This isn't exposition. This is
Position.
I didn't like that because it's like lose your position.
Exclusion.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys get it.
So yeah, I'm a little frustrated because I was not like Steve, where he was just over the fucking moon that Callie was back.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm excited that she's
thought
back.
I knew you, sir.
I'm excited that she's back, but I would have been fine if they didn't, you know? But yeah, I really hope that she gets to do more. I hope that she becomes a player in the game as opposed to a commentator of the game. So we'll see what happens. But I think that a lot of really fun and interesting stuff happens with the dynamics of of the relationships in this series. So like the shit with Dustin and Steve came to a head. The shit with Jonathan and Nancy feels like it's starting to come to a head. Fucking shit's popping off. And that's exciting. I'm confused by the choice that they made to shock the shit out of the Demogorgon and blast the dust up into the air. Because I'm like, isn't that how we ended up with the meat flayer in season 3? Was because y'all did that in season 2, and then that dust went off and infected some rats, and now we're
that's
just
for
gonna
someone
have that
else's
again?
problem later on.
Yeah, it's for the spin-off series, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, I had fun. I'm really excited for the next episode. I think pacing-wise, it was a little bit of a roller coaster, but they had to set up this stuff for what we're going to get in the following episode. So I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Steve?
I agree with everything Andy just said. I mean, this episode definitely does feel like a reset because we were coming down off the high that is episode 4, Sorcerer. And there is that recap bit in the beginning. And I understand now because we were wondering, like, in a jaded way, it's like, oh, they're breaking these up into 3 volumes because they want those 3 months of subscriptions. And I think that's definitely what's driving that decision still. But I can see, oh, yes, that would have been a perfect place to do a pause because this episode very much feels like, all right, wasn't that cool? There's a lot of cool stuff coming, but we got to set it up first. So you have to eat your vegetables. This episode feels like vegetables because there's a lot of stuff going on that is setting up for cooler moments later on down the road. I think, like you said, Andy, the Nancy and Jonathan stuff seems to be getting to the part where it's finally going to explode and we're going to get that juicy drama out of it. The stuff with Steve and Dustin literally exploded and came to a head. But as an audience member, you're like, I just want them to get past this part that they're at currently. So it very much feels like eating vegetables. Like, I need this for the story to happen, but I don't really enjoy watching it while it's happening. If that makes sense.
There's no ranch.
We apologize to our vegetarian listeners out there.
Yeah, I approach things like Steve Harrington. I have Arrested Development, and I'm just thinking of it as a child, like, ooh, vegetables, you need it, but gross.
He still
them
eats
with
dino
butter.
nuggies. And,
Where are my nuggies? Where are my dino nuggies?
yeah.
The episode also features a lot of moments that I think would be cool, or at least cooler, and then some of the moments have like a punctuation on them that feel silly and kind of take me right out of the moment.
What kind of punctuation?
Well, there's Andy alluded to it where Callie's telling Eleven about this like really harrowing, fucked up story about how Dr. K has been abducting pregnant women and infusing her blood and it's not working. And then Eleven's like, huh? And she goes, pregnant women. And like that direction is like, we all laughed in my living room because it was so silly.
Because the way she delivered that line was typical of 11 when she doesn't know what it is.
So when a man and a woman love
exactly.
each other.
Exactly. I thought that was coming, you know?
Yeah. Has no one explained pregnant women to you?
Sit down. Let me show you my illusions.
Yeah, let me show you your... Oh, no. and then like when Nancy and Jonathan find the big sphere of power, whatever that's going to end up being, and Nancy's like, well... guess I shoot it. And I don't know. Something about that is just like really silly to me. Like, no, why don't you like wait for Dustin to come up and you guys can be like, hey, we found the thing. What do we do next? Because I'm sure shooting it is going to fix it. Like, I don't know, like the tension of the way the episode leaves us on.
Well, they went in there to destroy it.
Yeah, but I'm not of the person where if I had a shotgun and I saw the thing that melted the entire first couple floors of the Hawkins Lab.
Or the top floors.
Yeah, I'm not going to like look at that and think, good thing I got old reliable here.
That's because you're not a real American.
I guess
Steve.
not. Yeah.
Get out.
But I mean, it works in a way because when the episode ended, we were all like, oh, come on. You know what you did. Ending it right there. You sons of bitches. I just want to listen. I just want to watch the next one. So I get that. I still got that feeling. But something about when she cocked her gun, I was like, what are you going to do with that? you know?
And not to be that guy, but that's a shotgun. It doesn't have a lot of range on it.
Yeah.
You know, might even just it's just going to shoot it with 100 BBs in a wide spread up, you know, ding, ding, ding.
And like, I just feel like someone like Nancy Wheeler would look at that and be like, I'm not sure what this is. Shooting it might not do anything to it. It might kill me. It might get everyone killed. I just feel like she would take a little bit of pause and like, let's get the team together and confer. We found the generator, as Dustin refers to it.
I think it's the Nancy Wheeler equivalent of a hot plate. You just got to touch it and find out how hot it really is. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
And the
What's
team,
going to happen if I shoot it?
the team is off kilter. You know, she's not
out of balance.
She's arguing with Jonathan. You know, nobody's operating at full capacity team wise. So I think in her current emotional state, a little makes sense. You know,
She's got to get her sister.
And she's really worried about Holly. Exactly. This is like we don't have time to fuck around.
To dilly dally. Yeah. No, I get that. It's just in the moment, it just kind of pulled me a little bit out of what is otherwise a pretty cool, serious scene. And then the last thing I'll just touch on real quickly is all the Vecna, Will, Max, and Holly stuff that they're doing in this episode. Really cool. Loved it all, especially at the very end when he shows up and he's like phasing between his different forms and he's like, oh, I found you. And Will taps into Vecna and it's so creepy when he's like, Max, if you can hear me. Like, it's very...
That was dope.
It was so cool. Fun. Yeah, like all that stuff was really working. And even before that, when like Max and Holly are finding like the door in the middle of the field and they're walking through all the memories, all that stuff is really neat. And I'm enjoying that as well. But Kit Lazer, what about you?
Even though I was playing devil's advocate just then, because not that particular part didn't bother me, I was pretty down on this episode. Now, everyone calm the fuck down. Stop writing your emails unless they're nice. I'm very excited for episode 6 and episode 7. But this is honestly one of, I think I can say with some honesty, some of the least amount of fun I've ever had watching this show. And I 1,000% agree with Andy. And the big reason is, poor Kali, man. It's the most hated episode of this show by far.
Yeah.
The only episode she was in, episode 7 of season 2, right? The Lost Sister. They bring her back. And then it's like the second worst episode of all time. and it's like, fuck, man. And it's not her. It's partially the way they use her, but and some other stuff that's going on in this episode. But dude, let her, like Andy said it best, just let her be a character. Let her do something. Like,
to your point, I did write down, this might be my least favorite episode of this season.
Oh, it's easily that.
But like upon further reflection, I would probably put it even lower than most other episodes.
100%. And it's not, it's not even just a setup episode. I don't think that's like, oh, it's kind of an episode 1 because it's the next volume. None of that bothers me. It's just executed kind of poorly. Like there's so much kind of hammy exposition in this episode. Like Will is like, oh, I don't have powers. I'm just stealing Vecnas and I have to be near. And, it's like, there's that. And then there is the quote unquote revelation that Kali delivers about how they're all a product of Henry's blood.
I think
thanks to the Duffers and all their plays and stuff, those are all things we already knew because of all their interviews and stuff.
True, but I think people who aren't as tapped into that part of of stuff and they maybe haven't looked up spoilers for the Broadway play, like that's a big thing when she says like it's not the drugs that made us psychic, it was it was Henry's blood and he's trying Dr. K is trying to recreate it. I think that is a huge reveal to people who aren't as tapped in as we are.
Civilians.
Yeah, to normies, the outies, as it were.
Interesting. Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
But to people like us, it's like, yeah, they're confirming it. Like we kind of knew that's what they were doing.
Confirmed it in interviews. You know what I mean? Like and I love the Duffers, but I just felt like, oh, there's a little bit of clunky exposition, but at least this big reveal that's not a reveal. It's something we already know, at least, right? And everyone I've talked to about the show already knows. So it was like, So
but we didn't learn that Dr. K is trying to keep that program going.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. New.
Yeah, that's new stuff.
And also we learned that Kali's blood is ineffectual. I honestly thought Kali was going to try to kill 11 right then and there.
Ooh.
In the sense that she has to kill her friend who she loves to stop more children from being hurt or more things being made or whatever, right? Because She sounded kind of sinister when she was explaining that, and 11 seemed so uncomfortable, but maybe it's just because all the pregnant women, she was like, what is that? Belly big Y?
Yeah, like I think Callie's delivery, and I really like the look that they gave her, because she really looks, especially when she's like propped up on the, I don't know what you call that, like weird harness thing that she's kind of
it's like
stuck up onto.
A vertical gurney.
Yeah, like she looks
It's
so
like the shitty rides at carnivals that just spin around and around.
It's like, I wasted 3 tickets on this.
I'm going to throw up.
But she looks really gaunt and
all that blood
like
loss.
someone is taking all her blood. Like, give that poor girl an OJ and a cookie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hopefully
saying?
they're recharging her.
I'd be up there fainting every time. Like,
So tell me a cool story about what you did yesterday. Hung here. That's not going to distract you from the needle, is it? Sorry. There's a lot of stuff I did like Steve said, I love all the Max stuff. I think Sadie Sink is like the Atlas of this episode. Like she's holding it up on her own, basically. Like she's crushing it. She's so fun to watch. All of the her and Holly stuff is great. Well, her and Derek's helping her as well. Hold up this episode. I don't want to harp negatively too much. I mean, people get really down when I do that sometimes, but yeah, I just overall, I thought some of the line delivery, everything that everyone who hates this show accuses the show of, and I always disagree vehemently, was happening here, unfortunately. And I think we're going to get somewhere really cool. I love the Henry stuff, love the Max stuff. Robin's always a pleasure to be around,
she said no bad ideas.
I do think the Steve and Dustin thing that was kind of the, the apex.
Yeah, the turning point.
And then it's going to get better. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it's not an Eggo, so I could lie and say it is. But when they hit the force field above the Hawkins Lab, it reminded me of Cabin in the Woods.
Totally.
And when Jonathan grabbed the pipe, I was like, oh, he's doing the Chris Hemsworth. That'd be so fucking funny if that's how he died. Do it. Yes. Like I wanted him to die
make
there.
That jump.
Exactly. And then he just went dunk. And I was like, kill him. He's a liar. Kill him. He's gaslighting you, Nancy. Any hoozle. Anyway, those are my overall thoughts. I'm still really excited for a lot. I liked a lot in it. I don't have any chocolate puddings written down because like nothing was like, woo, where I'd scroll down and type it. I'll have to just like let it marinate as we talk about the episode and come up with some stuff.
Yeah, ultimately, like you said, I think once we get to the next couple episodes in this drop, like all the stuff they set up will be executed. We'll be very, very happy about where the stories are going. It's just they got to like kind of get there. And they kind of started off a little clunky with this second volume.
Yeah, I was just so, honestly, as soon as Kali sat down and started doing the thing again, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, you know what I mean? Get her in the story,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into it, guys. You ready?
Let's do it.
Well, we can't do that yet because we have to take a tiny break to hear from one of our sponsors.
Capitalism.
And we're back, and Netflix describes Shock Jock thusly. The gang hatches an electrifying plan to reconnect with the hive mind. Tensions flare during a search of the Upside Down's Hawkins Lab.
I know you misspoke, but I kind of like the idea of like, I feel like the hive mind never talks to us anymore. We should reconnect. Let's do that.
The phone works both
How's
ways.
the family?
That's true.
How are you, Hyvey? Will kneels after doing some dope shit. That's how the episode opens. Like Steve and Andy talked about. It's kind of a quick rehash of plugging back into that awesome moment that we ended on with Volume 1.
Previously on Stranger Things.
Yeah, Vecna's monologue plays again. And we remind ourselves that the children were kidnapped. Joyce hugs Will, though. I think we moved pretty quickly into present moment, and Joyce runs over. How did you? Mike is just completely stoked. You're a sorcerer.
He's so stoked. He's like, I called it. Me, Mike Wheeler. My boy is a sorcerer. I'm so happy. I think he's more happy that he called it than Will's actually a sorcerer.
For sure. And Will's sad, though. He's like, oh, he's got the kids. All the kids. Not just the kids that you guys witnessed that he took, but all 12 of them. None of them got out. Robin's weeping. Murray's just bummed. I didn't really know those kids. I'm more bummed that my truck is ruined. That's why I'm reading in Murray's reaction. Oh, there's a hole.
Oh, man. How'd that get there?
Lucas punches a wall, and he's one of the first people in fiction history to do that and show physical pain.
like, ah.
Yeah, like he was like immediately like, I regret that.
I literally have this extra knuckle poking out of my hand from that experience. This shit hurts.
You punched a hole?
I punched a wall.
After children were stolen
broke
by
my hand.
interdimensional beings.
Exactly.
The same exact
I
scenario.
couldn't save them. They're still there.
All 12 kids have been taken. Oh no, the end of the world is imminent. Will and the gang, they notice that choppers are inbound, so they decide to hit the tunnels.
I got super excited. I thought we were going to get like some this other reveal of like some more government characters or something. Or
they're just fleeing.
Dr. Owen's like, I knew they would make a mess of things. Here I am.
That was just the cavalry. You know they were listening to Flight of the Valkyries in that chopper. But it was just one guy with AirPods and everyone else was in silence.
They should have been listening to Flight of the Bumblebee.
That's a callback. Vecna's the Demogorgons are plugging the kids in.
Dude, that was so wild.
That was pretty graphic.
I know. We react, yeah, like when the tubes.
You suck a fat one.
Come here, Derek. The worm is turned. Bam. But even when they're kind of like when the walls are forming around them, I don't know if you guys thought this as well, but like the edges of the walls look like little fingies. So they look like a bunch of big mutated fingers and hands were like.
No, I didn't clock the fingy walls.
I did not like the fingy walls
personally. But yeah, they get hooked up, plugged in to the sticky matrix.
They get the juice.
That's what I'm calling it from now on. Sticky matrix. Mm-hmm. Derek wakes up in La La Land, and all the other kids start kind of appearing around him. Mr. What's-It greets them, says that he saved them from the monsters. Remember, stay away from the woods. That's where the monsters live.
I know your memory might be foggy. You might remember some random people trying to save you out of the government.
That was me.
That was a real fun little adventure I put into your mind. LOL. Am I right, guys?
And he's like telling them what's going on. Ostensibly, he compares the world dominating darkness that is encroaching to the black thing from A Wrinkle in Time. I'm assuming now, I think emailers said this, maybe one of you even noticed this. I don't think it's just like Holly's book. I think they're studying it in school. All of the kids have been reading it. Because I would like to, otherwise, some of them kids are like, what? Yeah. I'm a gamer.
What do you mean?
Is that a skin in Fortnite?
Everyone keeps talking about Meg's dad. Who's Meg?
I'm glad this isn't set in present day, because all them kids would just be hitting him with 6-7s left and right, and he would just kill him. What does it mean?
Don't go into the woods. Oh, bet?
Mr. What's-It has no riz or huzz. He tells them they have dormant powers. This is kind of a big reveal, right? Because we don't know what he wants the kids to do or what he wants to use them for. Mm-hmm. And he apparently has identified them as some kind of extra batteries for this conduit to, this is more theorizing, but again, Dimension X is what he's trying to bring to Hawkins, I guess.
Yeah, I assume so, because he's always talking about his world, and they're the worlds are crashing together. I think you're right.
So maybe the Upside Down is more of like a tunnel between Earth and Dimension X or something. Yeah,
maybe. Well, do you think that like the stuff that he's like plugging into the kids when they're in the fingy wall, is he giving them parts of his blood to make them powerful, or like do they actually have latent powers, or is he just telling them that so they feel a part of this fantasy story?
I'm wondering if like it's like a midi-chlorian type thing where like you have a predisposition to the ability to have abilities.
Mm-hmm. It does seem like he chose them specifically, those ones. He didn't just grab any.
Derek.
What age was
your
Henry?
Your midi-chlorian count is higher than Master Yoda's.
How many chapters into A Wrinkle in Time have you read so far?
Yeah, Ashley Klein didn't read any of that book. She paid someone. She did ChatGPT to fill out all her paperwork.
I got the Spark Notes. It's a very short book, you dumb bastard. How old was Henry when he got his powers? Do you remember?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I can look it up.
Because in the original, in season 4, he looked about Holly's age, but in the canon, he had to have been older because he was in high school.
I think
right?
he was supposed to have been like 16 or something.
Yeah, see, that doesn't make any sense. I was going to say, why do they have to be 9 or 10 years old?
So, according to this quick Google search, he was 8 years old when he first stumbled into Dimension X, but he was older when he was in high school.
So he had powers-ish for a good 6 years or so.
Something like that.
Well, I wonder if he got kids that had to be around the age he was, because it's like if your theory is correct and he's putting his blood in or something, then would explain why Will has kind of connectivity to him. Maybe
Yeah.
then maybe he needs them to be around the age he was when that
Possibly.
happened or something.
It's like bloody slugs.
But yeah, we don't know why these particular children were chosen yet, other than unless we just take him at face value and they do have some kind of dormant ability. All from Hawkins, and no one in Indiana has that,
That would be,
Yeah, all 12 of them are in
coincidence.
Indiana.
in Mrs. Harris's class.
But Holly has a question, because remember, she is unique among all those kids, except maybe Derek. She knows he's full of shit. She's very scared. She's putting on a brave face, right? Are you going to leave again? He misinterprets that. Oh, no, Holly, don't you worry.
Poor
I'll be
Holly
here to
was the
protect you.
first.
Yeah. You won't have to be lonely ever again. And that's a bummer to her because she's supposed to wait till he leaves to go meet Max again. And he says, tomorrow it begins, the end of the world, the big plan. And then all the kids clap for some reason. And it gave me the same vibe as when that guy claps when the plane lands.
Yay.
You're like,
You don't clap?
we're clapping? Are you a plane
Are you
clapper?
a clapper?
No.
No, now that now that I sense the vibe. We cut back to after the that banger. Dr. K.
Rest. Tomorrow it begins, he says.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't listening. You were pulling an Andy.
I was like,
What are we talking about?
Stranger Things.
Yeah. To what is it? It's November 3rd. Is it the 3rd or the 4th or something like that? It's
Oh,
not
and
the-
currently what he's talking about?
yeah. No. Yeah. The day that he says that. The day that all this
Be
is
the
happening.
5th, right?
I think
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
Is
think
it?
Holly was taken on the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I think I could verify
That's what
that,
I'm
but
remembering a 3rd in my memory. I'm just trying to ascertain if today is the 5th and he means by tomorrow is the 6th, or if it's going to take a couple of days once it begins to enact the plan and it's like the 4th.
Yeah.
If I was him, I would give at least 48-hour leeway.
Totally. Kind of a buffer day.
A buffer day.
Buffer day.
Exactly.
The vanishing of Holly Wheeler does take place on November 3rd.
Okay. That helps a little bit, but we
Yeah.
don't know how long she's
So
been
this
there.
is
We
probably
forgot.
November 4th.
Okay. I was right. We cut to Dr. K cutting into the vault that was holding Collie. That's the, I guess she arrived on the chopper. Well, no, she was already there. Just
She was
kinda
beat
laid
up by
out.
Hopper.
She got her ass whooped.
Yeah, she was knocked out by Hop.
Why did she need to cut into it? Did they break the door?
I guess they did. Yeah. Let's assume they did.
Okay.
They popped the lock, jam something in there. Collie's body is still hanging there, but it's an illusion.
I think they were breaking into the door because they closed it behind them, but you need her access
they
card
locked
to
the
get
keys
in.
in the car.
And so
Gotcha.
they left with them.
They took the keys. Yeah, Collie's body is an illusion. And just as I was thinking, how far is she able to do that? Of course, they came in with some strong exposition. Oh, no, it went away. We're too far now. Hopper's like, no big deal. I didn't just try to commit suicide. It's not awkward. And we're already away. So don't you worry about that, kid. Haha, Nux L. And she's not having it. She is still upset about the suicide thing. He even tries to make a bitchin' joke, a callback to season 2.
I am a bad influence.
Join the club, kid. I commit. I'm a way worse influence.
I do drugs.
I give her way too many waffles. I'm an addict. And I go on kamikaze missions for no reason.
Just for fun.
Yeah, and it lingers on his bomb vest in the back of the Humvee there, which at least he's not wearing it. But I don't know why he put it in the truck. That's dangerous.
I'm glad they included that shot because I am dumb enough to where I was picking up that Elle was mad at him, but I had like completely.
Yeah, what's her problem?
I didn't think that she would be mad about the vest thing, and I was like, "Why is she so mad at Hop?" Oh yeah, the vest thing.
Yeah, I just thought I was dead again for a second time in my short life.
Right.
We cut to Joyce and the gang. They find Lucas wounded, and Will gives away that he has powers by saying, "Nice swing, by the way."
I love that. Ugh! It's not so bad.
Yeah, Will's
Yeah,
like,
that was a good. The comedy in this episode works really well multiple times.
Totally.
He's got a really bad wound, and they just like put a Band-Aid on
Just
it.
tape it like with Scotch tape.
Later, when he's eating
that boy
popcorn,
needs a hospital.
When he's eating popcorn, I was like, "Is he okay?" That was really
Many
bad.
stitches.
It's like bleeding through his new shirt that he's wearing.
Yeah.
still.
But they catch Lucas up on everything, and this is where he says, "I don't have powers. I'm stealing Vecna's."
You're Will the Wise, but for real.
I love that Mike is so nerdy. He keeps trying to correct them. I love the whole. I mean, it's a sorcerer bit. Like that is so
It matters.
pedantic that I would do that.
And I love that later on, Erica does the same thing. It's like,
Yes.
well, it's more like a sorcerer if you really think about it. His powers are innate.
The biggest D&D fans in the crew, the crew. But Vecna has his vessels now. That's what he called them. And November the 6th, that's going to be the day. That's our theory. The day that it all
theory's
started
wrong.
is the day that it ends. Joyce wants Will to jack back into the hive mind. Mom?
Nailed it.
No, jack back. Oh. Stab him with his own sword. Fuck him with his own dick.
Yeah.
Mom.
What you did was extraordinary. And Will can't help it. He's a crier.
Yeah. He is.
I mean,
He's
if
got
you're-
those frequent crier miles.
If your mom's like, listen, what you did last night or what you did tonight was really cool. I underestimated you because you suck so much.
this is a big
and you're
moment.
always crying. And he's like, Mom, come on. Like, is there a point to this?
Where are you going with this?
Where are you going with this, Mom?
Yeah, it's a big moment because she's never like allowed him to like join in the struggle and
Yeah.
like felt like he could help, even though he's always been at the center of this.
And not only is she like, hey, I want you to help, but she's like, you're going to be.
You're going to destroy
You're the
Vecna.
fucking tits now.
Yeah, you're going to kick his fucking ass. He threw me against a Humvee. That motherfucker's got to die.
Yeah, I've got a personal vendetta now. Meanwhile, on the upside down, Hopper pulls up to Harrington's Beamer. It's still stuck in the wall there with the lights on. 11 is very upset about his suicide plan. And
You
she
make jokes.
Yeah, you try to party.
I am not down.
You say bitching, not bitching. You were planning to die, and you always were. Because he even tries to play that off like, oh, it was just a backup plan
It's
for
just this
one
idea I had.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, no, every time you went out there, you were going to die. That was always the plan. You were never going to come back and get me to fight him.
Opposite of bitching.
Collie's like, I don't know what this is. I don't even know that guy. Didn't you say your friends were in here? Because they're not. Because they pull up to the church, and it's now empty.
They go.
We cut to Steve, Jonathan, Nancy, and Dustin, who had left to go to the Hawkins Lab, the center of the
The big wall
diameter
circle.
of the circle that Dustin drew. Yeah, the plan to find the source of the shield. And he reminds them of his plan to find the shield generator. He thinks the flesh wall is like an energy shield. And
You've seen Return of the Jedi, right?
yeah, he goes through this sick Return of the Jedi analogy.
Yeah, it's the best one.
I love the bit
The one
where,
with the teddy bears.
where Steve goes, what does it look like? And then Dustin's like, because he's like all in on Dustin's plan, even though he's pretending not to be. And Dustin's like, how the fuck would you expect me to know that? Which is so funny to me because it's like, yeah, I'm walking you through this theory, but like that is what?
Yeah. It kind of harkens back to what was that season 2 when he's explaining like the necromancy part of like the demo dogs, and Hopper's like, okay, how do we kill this thing? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. It's a game.
It's a game.
Just a game. Steve wants to switch the teams up again. He doesn't, just like season 4, he doesn't want to be stuck with Dustin. And Steve telegraphs, though. He shows his hand too much. But no, I mean, I think Nancy's probably a good pick for me.
You and me? Let's draw straws.
Yeah, Jaybird's like, how about you and I go? And it's like, we need a break too, but
Yeah, I don't like you either.
I feel like we don't vibe.
You always have the worst hair on this show, and it bothers me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So Dustin and Steve are ultimately stuck together again after Nancy says, look, we stick to the same groups, split up because they have to go up. One goes down.
So we got to Scooby-Doo this shit.
I'd be upset, but I mean, Nancy's cool, but I would also just want to be with the one with the gun.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd be like, dibs on Nancy. You go first. Back at Mr. What's-Its house, the kids are having a great time. And, that girl upstairs is like playing dress up or whatever. And she's like, Holly, you're being weird. I think I ate too much cake. You think Mr. What's-It has tea? Does tea help your tummy?
Helps my tummy.
I do like a good cup of tea, but
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
does Mr. What's-It have Pepto-Bismol? That would have been a
nice
better.
and warm.
I think so. He has everything.
He's got the nice, good pink Pepto with like the cup and everything.
Do you think he has any omeprazole?
Oh, he definitely
Some
does.
Alka-Seltzers.
Some name brand shit, that Prilosec OTC.
Oh,
Because it fixes it. It doesn't just, it heals it. It doesn't just cure the heartburn.
Mr. What's-It has everything you might need.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. And Holly's going to go check for the tea. Holly runs out to the woods to Max.
He's like, I'm going to find tea. Smash cut. Ah! Get me out of this house.
Max is like lurking nearby for some reason.
Using his spyglass. Did you clock that?
She's
Spy
literally
on them?
like across the street the whole time. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Hello.
Which makes it funny when he's like, I finally found you.
Oh, the fox has been caught. I haven't been looking that hard.
I forgot you were in here, if I'm being honest.
Holly tells her about Henry's plan. Like, it's going to be tomorrow that the world ends. Like, I have this feeling like we got to do something now, right? But someone did follow Holly. It turns out it was Derek who clues Holly in that he's now delightful Derek and he's not going to take any of that guff.
I love his explanation. They're like, how much have you heard? He's like, not much. And then like proceeds to tell everything. They just
Literally everything. By the way, I'm best friends with Mike now.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
we're
was
best
hilarious. And he's like back in. He's in the crew now. He knows all of their homies.
You were the only person in that room that I could tell that you knew he was full of shit.
This is one of the more ham-fisted bits of dialogue progressions to me. Because just the gall, the audacity of Holly to be like, no way we're all making it out of here. We need you to help us escape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
I was
really
like,
weird. No,
whoa,
you can't
whoa.
come, but you can help. And he's like, I'm in. And so-
And
No
not like
universe
that,
where that happens.
I think he was only in because she's like, you need to drop delightful Derek. You need to become the dipshit once more. And he was like, girl, you had me at dipshit.
Well, because it turns out dipshit Derek is another D, which is down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Down Derek.
So he's like, he's able to enact these plans. He's already been utilized like this before. But yeah, if it's me, I'm like, how about, Holly, I think you'd have a much better distraction. I think who are you? Max? Yeah, I think Max and I should leave. How about that?
Counterpoint.
In fact, never mind. I work for the evil man. I'm going to go tell Mr. What's going on.
I bet he can
Come with me.
I know where all the good
I
pet
got
photos.
him. As soon as I got tackled by Henry, I'd have been like, they found us.
Her name's Max.
plans
She has
over.
red hair. She's wearing
Sorry, guys. He got us. Come out. This is awful. This is awful. Joyce, speaking of bad plans, Joyce has a terrible plan. And I think it's supposed to be like, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with her character anymore. So they're like, let's have her be silly manic mom. And so it's just her job now to be like, I don't have no idea what's going on, but I have thoughts.
Well, I think it's speaking to the part that we talked about previously, that she trusts in Will now and is willing to put him in danger. And she's doing the thing that all the characters do. That were like, okay, here's the cool plan. Follow me on this, guys. But she's Joyce, and she's always.
But her plan has no actual plan details.
Well, that's the thing. It's
like a fantasy.
She's a total mom, and she doesn't quite know how to
I got a
communicate
plan.
her feelings.
We defeat him and win. Who's with me?
All in.
You think it'll work?
All in, everybody. Bring your hands together. Murray, you're not doing it. Murray, come here.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
Yeah, Murray's the closest to calling her out for the shitty plan. But if he's like, you know what, let's just have a snack. I'm more of a dick when I'm hangry.
That was such a weird little sequence. Like, we all need something to eat. Bugles.
What, like a product placement kind of way?
Yeah, but it was like just this weird, like, I don't know, like the aggressiveness with which he presented Bugles to Joyce, and she's like, what do you mean? He's like, everybody needs some energy. Eat some Bugles, Joyce. I'm like, what's going on here?
Everyone
crunchy and
knows.
nutritious.
I kind of want some Bugles now, but like, I'm scared about it.
Steve used to have Bugles on deck at our old
had-
recording sessions.
Yeah, it was like salty caramel bugles.
Those were good.
They're amazing.
We put them on our fingies like little wizards, and we ate them. I thought it was fine because he's just trying to say, I know you're mad because I interrupted your whole thing with like a snack idea. But without saying your plan's terrible, I'm going to say we all need to kind of gather ourselves and re-energize, you know?
Much like Elle needs food.
I love the bit
for her battery.
Like
we
you
also need
said,
that.
where Erica agreed with Mike that he's a sorcerer. Yeah. No, because his powers are innate. Exactly. Thank you.
matters.
They high five.
Because wizards famously go to like school for magic. Sorcerers are innately magical.
Honestly, I've shat on Mike Wheeler a lot throughout the entire
Gross.
run of the show. But if by the end of the series, he and Erica become like best friends, I'm down. I'm okay with
Let's
it.
pause this. I don't think you can say it that way. I know that it's grammatically correct, but when you say it that way, it sounds like you actually dropped a loaf on Mike Wheeler a bunch.
Wait, hold up. What did he say?
He said I shat on Mike Wheeler a lot.
I have shat on Mike Wheeler a lot.
I think you have to say, I know I shitted on Mike Wheeler a lot.
I should have been farted on Mike Wheeler.
Yeah, even though that's wrong, it
Yeah.
sounds, then it's like the idiom is more complete. Does that make sense?
Take two. I know throughout the season I have shitted and farted all over Mike Wheeler.
Okay. I'm with you. Go on.
Yeah. I just want, I'd be okay if they were best friends.
Mike's been great in season 5. We've established that.
Yeah. Mike and Will have been great in this season. Like much more improved than like they were in season 4 for sure. And Mike even longer than that.
Yeah. But if he paints one more goddamn thing, he's off my list.
Who will?
Yeah, he's over there with Jonathan and it needs to die, which is both buyers. We can't have that.
Why do you hate artists so much?
Speaking of Jonathan, no, we're not to Jonathan yet. I scrolled too far is all that was. Another important thing though, Joyce wants to rebuild the telemetry tracker, but they can't because Dustin built it himself. So that's a big hang up to a piece of the plan. And also Will being a human antenna is out, which is Robin's contribution.
That was funny.
Hey, I thought there were no dumb ideas.
Yeah, come on.
It was actually a pretty good idea.
I mean, it's better than anything else anybody had said. I agree.
Up to that point, I was kind of like, why isn't that terrible?
Erica and Lucas, the Sinclairs, both get inspired at the same time. Erica has the best plan because she wants to go get Mr. Clark, which I desperately need to happen. And Lucas comes up with the Frankenstein plan, essentially. Like he recalls Billy in the sauna by making popcorn.
The sauna test.
What pronunciation, guys?
I know we have Swedish listeners and they're very, the emphasis must be on the right syllable.
The sauna test.
He wants to electrocute a Demogorgon to bring it back to life, and then Will could tap into the hive mind via that, right? Joyce says, okay, let's just try both plans. Fair enough.
I got so fucking excited because I thought they were going to bring Mr. Clark back to be like part of the team, like finally after 5 seasons.
I think he will be next episode.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope they actually bring him in like fully on board.
Yeah.
They like give him a PowerPoint presentation. They tell him what his benefits are as a member of the team.
Nothing.
And like they don't do that thing that they've always done with like, hey, Mr. Clark, we need to track a raccoon. Can you help us build a telemetry device for the raccoon?
They might do that again.
Oh, yeah, they're probably going to do that.
Like, I just
No,
want
they
them
bring
to
him
be
into
like,
the crew. Look, we hang out. You get all of Ted's bacon you can eat. Those are the main benefits. We also make fun of him sometimes. He's in the hospital right now. Nobody's visited him. It's hilarious.
Justice for Ted.
Literally nobody. He's in there like, hello? The nurses won't even go in there.
I'm out of Jello.
I've been pressing the button.
The service here is terrible.
This bag hooked up to my arm has been empty for 3 days.
You know, it's a good thing. Well, it's not, but it's a good thing that he's in a coma because he's not aware that no one cares about it.
Oh, you think he's unconscious?
Well, I think there was one line of dialogue, and
He's in a coma.
in that episode that he was in a coma, but Karen wasn't.
Do you think he'll wake up?
He's out there fighting Vecna in the
In his
Mind
mind.
Palace.
The Mind Palace. Oh, okay. He's got his
Golf
club. Yeah,
It's a hockey stick in his dreams.
because he's like Wayne Gretzky in his dreams. He's got like beautiful hair,
Shoot your shot. You miss 100%.
knuckle puck, and then he hits Vecna.
Quack,
Quack, quack, quack.
Dustin and Steve are looking downstairs at the lab and they get to the rainbow room. Steve remarks, hey, it's nice they have a daycare here. And then they have another fight because Steve is constantly deriding Dustin's plan, the whole thing that they're doing there.
Just admit that you're wrong.
Yeah. All right, stay here and play with your balls. I will. Yeah, I thought you would like that. Ball tickler.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back, he's like, I was just following orders. It's like,
Yeah, that's such a petty, cunty thing to say.
I was playing with the
You
ball
told me to
for
stay here, right?
I was playing for the ball for a little bit.
I
got bored.
respect his level of
I
petty.
solved the puzzle.
Yeah. These kids are dumb. They couldn't do this. He doesn't know they were doing it with their minds, you know?
Right.
Shit's easy as fuck.
You just roll it like this.
Plinko game's really hard, though.
I found an 8-ball.
Do they better at some point have 11 walk into that room that's destroyed?
That's her
and,
arc.
like,
She finally solves the Plinko.
She saw like the final in the season finale. She solves Plinko. Holy shit! What a character!
She's on
It's going
Price
to
is
end
Right.
with it landing between the two numbers. And it's like, is it about to fall? And then cut to black.
I know there was that scene in season 4 where Will was like, after we save Elle, we should go to Vegas and just get rich. Little does he know she sucks at that. like that kind of hyper-focused version. She can't do it. They would lose so much money in roulette before they found out. She started crying. I just can't, okay? It was Ten's thing.
I got a house that's full. That's not. It's called a full house.
Mouth breather. Jonathan is worried that Dustin is wrong this time. Maybe Dustin, for the first time, does not have a good plan. And there's no like shield thing going on here. There's no shield generator. And he wonders, he's like, Nancy, what's wrong? Did I piss you off or something? You've had a tone. And now she does have a tone. He calls out that she hesitated when Steve wanted to be on her team. And, he's like, look, I want us to be a team. We are still a team. No, we're not anymore, Jonathan says. Look, I need you to start being honest with me, Nancy. Oh, fucking really?
Mr. Honesty.
Really?
Have you been honest with me?
The audacity of the only liar of the pair.
Sir, I know I've been defending Jay Bird for a while on this pod, but sir, come on. Really? Get it together.
I was ready right then and there for him to die. And then he had to pull out that fucking Coltrane tape. That was such a, sure.
I was going to do it right now.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a good time. Nancy,
what'll fix our relationship problems? Commitment.
We need to have a child.
Let me throw this live hand grenade into this situation, see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just propose now. But maybe they were reminding the audience of it because he's about to die.
Oh, he's like looking at his kids a day before retirement.
I was gonna ask you to marry me.
And she's like, I don't like Coltrane. You don't know anything about me, and throws it. But then he sees a melted doorknob, breaks the knob off, and then busts through that door. The whole stairwell inside is melting.
Spooky.
What? That is
love
weird.
it.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's different.
Yeah, it's very different for a show. We've seen a lot of cool sci-fi, spooky architecture and stuff, and this is new. It's I like it.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know.
I'm interested.
Keep half-heartedly co-signing it.
Sure, I guess. Guy.
No, I did like the melty stairs. Meltman did it. I'm convinced.
With the power to melt.
Power to melt. Stinky diver. Hopper is trying to reach Jaybird and everyone else on the radio. It's not working. Collie and Elle are in there chatting in the church. Elle, I have exposition I'd like to deliver. And Elle's like, good. That's what you're good for. Do it. She apologizes for never having looked for her, which explains that couple season gap.
Yeah, we wrote you out.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I could have literally, whenever I wanted to, found you, and I just didn't.
Nobody liked your episode.
You make me say cuss words.
Yeah, why do you think she was scared to look for her? Was she just like, oh, she's still killing people?
It's bad vibes. Yeah, I get it.
This reminds me of my
It's like
dark
checking
past.
an old friend's Facebook page that you've kind of decided to not talk to.
true.
What good can come of it, Steve?
You're like, oh.
Oh no, I accidentally poked her.
I forgot about the
Remember
pokes.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all poking.
Boop.
Boop. TikTok has this thing where when you are mutuals with somebody, it'll put like a DM thread between you and them at the top of your like notifications page with a little hand wave. And if you click that hand, it'll send them an emoji, a hi.
Oh, no.
So like I have this, and we've all done it, where you accidentally click that with somebody who you're mutuals on TikTok with, but you don't know them.
Oh no.
And so if like, if I,
Hi, Alan Tudyk.
yeah, it could be, I'll get like a follow back from, I can't think of an example right now, but an embarrassing person to do that to and accidentally click that. And then you have to be like, sorry, I'm not saying hi.
I'm not actually interested in talking to you.
I'm not waving to you, It's a really awkward thing. I wish they wouldn't do that, but they do it. The worst. But yeah, we get, she knows about, Colleen knew about Henry from
that's wild.
The person before she ran away from the lab, she had met the orderly. That makes sense, but not that he was still alive. So you don't have to catch me up on everything.
But she knew that he was powerful? That's the thing where I was like, huh, How much?
guess.
Maybe she learned that from a bunch of the other people she was hunting down. From
Yeah,
Hawkins
maybe.
Lab.
Yeah, she had interviewed
Possibly.
him before she killed them.
Before I kill you, do you have any tea? You remember that nice orderly? Yeah, Henry. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He killed everyone. No way.
You remember Kathy from the kitchens? The
Yeah.
stinky one? Oh, yeah. She was cheating on her husband. That's what I imagine as tea.
She was cheating on Greg?
He's such a nice guy.
He's so sweet.
Her
He bought
stinky
us all
ass?
donuts.
Yeah. And we get flashbacks to soldiers. I love how they couldn't get the actor who played like Spike or whatever, so they just put his mask on and gave him a mohawk, and we were all like, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah,
We all audibly gasped. I don't think it was because we felt anything for that guy.
No,
I think
Funshine.
I think we were all like worried about Funshine.
I like to think he's so fast he got away,
Because he was like, I'm out.
or he made himself quickly useful to them, and now he's just wearing fatigues somewhere.
Oh, he joined the military?
I'd rather that than he's dead.
I think he would rather be dead.
No, he's really undercover
Live
looking for
long enough to
Kali.
become a villain.
Oh, okay. I like that. Dude, if they're in trouble in like the penultimate episode and that looks like
Funshine
they're going to
shows
be
up
like gunned
with
down
Ted.
by a bunch of soldiers, and then all the soldiers get like, they close their eyes, they're about to be executed. They hear the gunshot, but they wake up and open up their eyes, and Funshine was like, he takes off a Care Bear mask because he had that on for some reason.
Yeah.
He's like, let's get out of here. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's jot it down under predictions.
He still's got his ponytails.
He's got the Q. He's got to have that for some reason. Speaking of hair, they cut Kali's hair was looking cool. Had a little purple tint to it. They cut that off. And she talks about how Dr. K wanted her blood, lots of blood, and she faked.
She was basically a vampire.
Was that the Duffers looking at the camera being like, we hear you about those Eddie vampire
Yeah,
therapies.
For sure.
It's not happening.
I thought the same thing. She was basically one.
That's why I called her Eddie.
All the people that think this is a D&D campaign are going to go nuts for that.
Yeah.
But she fakes fainting, kills 3 doctors. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
She's actually really spry, like the way she's flipping and shooting and stuff.
I busted out with knives.
But then she alludes to something. If I knew what was waiting out there, I never would have left. What does that mean? Because even now that we know the answer, it's not true.
Right.
If I knew there was pregnant women out there,
Gross.
There's like 30 of
it
them.
was crazy.
Dude, I laughed out loud when she ran down.
I know. Why did you laugh so hard?
It's
It was
a
room after room.
never-ending hallway of pregnant women.
That's supposed to be horrifying.
It's just like, what the fuck is
It's like when the Matrix reveals how many battery bodies are there, and you just start laughing. Oh, there's so many people. That's
and what's
ridiculous.
behind door number 3? Another pregnant lady.
They should have done it differently. They should. I guess they all have private rooms, and that's nice. But if maybe she had just like looked over and the camera had panned, and there was lots of pregnant women in a big room, that would have been more effective.
The tracking shot of the identical rooms. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
The visual like metaphor of just
DJ Khaled.
and another. Yeah, the visual metaphor is spooky of like, these are not human beings. So the government there literally like just a farm, because they've got like the butcher shop, like meat.
Yes, I was thinking the
plastic
same
doorways, and then like the tile floor and ceiling, so they can like hose everything out when they're done. Yeah, it was fucked up.
I was taken out of it because of the logistics of it. I was like, you have to find a lot of like pregnant women without family. That's got to be tough.
or you just find a lot of women without family.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Don't like that.
yeah, it's dark, man.
Let's go with his.
Well, I always wonder because like we never find out who Eleven's father is, and it seemed like in a lot of like some of the
There
photos,
was no father.
the photos of Terry Ives with
Explains
Dr.
what.
Brenner, she wasn't pregnant, so that happened at some point while she was a part of the.
Shmee.
She was what? Oh, Shmee. She was the chosen.
Not
her-
the Captain Hook one, the pregnant one
Yeah,
from
right.
Star Wars.
Yes, yes.
What about Shmee?
What does Captain Hook's first mate have to do with this, Kit?
Dr. K is so deep, she's unfathomable.
Is that a Hook reference?
It is. That's a Shmee line.
So dipshit Derek tells Henry to suck a fat one.
That's awesome.
So good. Walks into the woods. Max and Holly are looking for the exit now.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Not only does he tell him to suck a fat one, he says, "Tell Mr. Rogers to suck a fat one."
Just tell Mr. Rogers to suck my fat one.
That's so funny.
Now he's retained ownership over the fat one. He's evolved.
That's not very neighborly.
No. Robin and Will are working on a pumpkin at the tower. I guess they're testing it out on a pumpkin. Mm-hmm. Why would there be a pumpkin there?
I'm not sure what they're looking for with this test.
Making sure the electric goes into the thing that they're stabbing.
They
Does
zap
it
it?
burn?
Yeah, they stabbed it. She hammered the thing in there.
Yeah. I guess that's all they were looking for.
Yeah. And he thanks her for saving. Wait,
I think they're testing, can we redirect the power to a
1,000%.
specific location?
Yeah, the Demogorgon is the pumpkin.
Okay.
Making sure it goes into the pumpkin.
I guess the fact that it was specifically a pumpkin was...
It threw me off
what I
because
was
it's
hung
not.
up
Well, it
on.
is. It's November. They're around.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But she thanks him for saving her life. And he's like, no, thank you for the pep talk. That's how I unlocked my powers. It was actually your monologue that played. I don't know if you saw that episode. She was like, what, for real? And she tells him a bombshell. Hey, well, first off, no, you don't just score hella ass as soon as you have this revelation, right? But it's a step in the right direction.
It's the first step to hella ass, though.
You got to tell someone, like, you're more comfortable with yourself. And then I told Steve, and I would have never had the courage to tell Vicky if I didn't tell Steve. He's like, you told Steve of all people? She's like, I know, weird choice.
He doesn't seem like he'd be cool.
Well, first off, he's not homophobic. Second off, I had truth serum. So that helped a little bit.
You got any more of that truth serum?
She cranks up the watts and he's like, you don't by chance have any more of that truth serum on you, do you? Mm-hmm. And then the pumpkin explodes as it gets too far. Too much juice, which is foreshadowing that they can overjuice it. Mm-hmm. Pretty good, pretty good.
And we find out that Will is only the third person she's told.
Yeah, so Vicky knows, obviously. Mm-hmm. Steve knows, and Will knows. Max and Holly make it to where Holly woke up, the field, Mr. What's-It-Field. And there's a fucking door there, like Peacekeeper style.
Yeah, because they got
Peacemaker style.
They're working backwards. Like, this is where you woke up, so now we can work backwards from that point throughout all of your memories. And I do like that bit where it's like, you got to look for something. Usually it's subtle, out of place. It's that. That big
That was
door
awesome.
floating in the air.
That's a good joke because all these kind of bits always work the best with Sadie Sink. Like, it's like the Steve's hairy chest joke. Like, she has great delivery. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious about the mechanics of the escape from Vecna's mind here, because I had always thought it was related once again to Kate Bush because they were playing Kate Bush when the portal opened. But what Max is implying here is that it's different for every person that's kidnapped. And all you have to do is work through each of those people's memories back to when they were kidnapped. For Max, it was in Vecna's lair there, but also apparently it is for Holly too, because it's like the same, right?
Well, I think maybe his mind palace, you're talking about the red, spooky,
correct,
Vecna area. I kind of think of that place almost like a train station or an airport where you can leave or enter the mind realm through that place, and then everything else kind of, it's like an iceberg. Like his mind palace is the tip of the iceberg, and everything below it is all the memories that you can wander through, and then above it is like the real world, and you use that focal point to get out or in through.
Right, but her door closed when the music turned off.
Yeah.
And she's just so confident in my mind for no reason that there will be an open door
I agree with
Holly's end of it.
That's a fair point.
And from a writing perspective of the show, I'm like, hold up.
Well, maybe when they get there, she's going to be like, okay, so what's your favorite song? And then she's going to just like acapella it, like bang,
bang, bang.
ding,
Children behave.
Sure.
Because he did give her a cassette for her favorite songs, or at least one of her favorite songs, which
Tiffany.
which is kind of an odd choice from that guy, knowing that music. Maybe it's like a trap he's setting for them. I don't know. I feel like there definitely is more to this than meets the eye, and we don't understand the mechanics yet.
What do the Transformers have to do with it?
Bumblebee?
That's Dipshit's favorite.
We don't understand what Vecna's doing.
Megan Fox is here.
The eye.
Oh God, it's Shia LaBeouf. Roll out.
By the way, quick plug. Speaking of Tiffany, if you're a new listener, we had Tiffany, the pop star, on our show last week. You can go check out our conversation with her if you so choose. That was
a wild revelation in that episode.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Go check it out to find out what it is.
Yeah, teaser. But there's a fucking door. They go down the stairs in the door to a scary memory of Holly's when she was watching a horror movie. And Max looks around a little bit. Really clever. I like this shot where it's kind of a Interstellar kind of thing, but she pushes the books.
Murph, don't leave Murph.
And Matthew McConaughey was just weeping in a chair behind there.
Don't leave Murph. I'm your ghost.
It's the library memory. I'm your ghost. Look at the dust. I'm going to find you when you're old and just say, what up? And go on about my life. All right. I'm just going to keep LIVIN.
Stuck in the dirt.
Steve is trying to solve a Rubik's Cube back in the Rainbow Room. Dustin returns having found nothing. Oh, you're actually fucking just playing in here? Yeah, just following orders. Mm-hmm. Their argument ramps up, right? Steve's mad that they lost Hop and Elle because of Dustin's stupid plan. And, this is all your fault because you didn't show up to the crawl. And he's like, you're mad because I got into a fight? That's not my fault. It is your fault because you wanted to fight and that's exactly what you got. And you're being a child, starting all this shit. We got real things going on, essentially, right? And then Dustin calls him out on chasing after Nancy. You're trying to score ass with some other dude's girl at the end of the world.
Nancy's a friend. Guys.
You know how like we were supposed to be friends? Oh, yeah, friends. I remember having a good friend, a real guy, a cool dude.
He could have solved that Rubik's Cube in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't remember Eddie being that guy, but I guess as a D&D nerd, we can assume, even though he failed 3 times in school.
He's the smartest guy he ever did. That's cool.
Hey, he only failed because he didn't apply himself.
Sure. He definitely was a smart guy. I didn't,
for sure.
But Rubik's Cube is a certain kind of smart.
It's just a skill, not a intelligence thing.
Yeah.
Pattern recognition is kind of a Mensa measure. I know because my IQ is only 107.
It's a pretty good number.
So I agree with you, Andy. It's
Yeah.
not a skill.
Agreed.
He's just rocking out to Metallica solving Rubik's Cubes. Mm-hmm. That'd be sick.
And then Steve hits him with a really low blow. If I'm such a goddamn idiot, how come I'm the one that's still standing here? And then Steve, honestly, he sounded like me on the podcast. Maybe the Duffers are listening.
Dude, he was spitting some hard truth bombs.
Steve said he saved no one, which was always my contention. You guys argue with me. We'll just leave it there. You're in the Dustin camp. Is he looking like a rational person here?
I still think Eddie did save some people, but from Steve's point of view, like that was dumb to do.
And mine. And Dustin's like, he saved everyone. And then he tackles him. He attacks Steve. And they tussle for a while. Steve's trying to keep him at bay.
He's doing just defense moves.
Yeah, you ever had like a drunk friend who wants to fight and you don't want to? That's like this vibe. Hey, man, quit.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, I can piece you up right now. I've got all my faculties. Don't do it. And then he punches Steve. And it is heartbreaking. I think Gaten Matarazzo is potentially the best actor of this entire season.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Because that broke my heart when he was like, you dumb fake asshole. Because he's like, his heart's broken, you know? He's only so mad at Steve because he loves Steve so much. And he starts crying. But they had tussled into like a hidden door in that little room that we've never seen before. And as Steve leaves, it opens a little bit. He looks into the secret room they accidentally found. And that same mark is on the wall that he found from doing his mathematics of the circle.
He found the answers to his homework.
Yeah. It's like, it's the exact same map with the exact same circle and the exact same like thingies on it. Mm-hmm. It looks like his map. What does that mean?
Somebody else did that math. Math is universal, Andrew.
Dustin's been there the whole time.
Bizarro Dustin comes out with the snowball hair.
Yeah.
I kept rocking it in my universe.
The Farrah Fawcett spray.
Yeah.
I didn't stop.
It didn't get discontinued here. Jonathan and Nancy walk around on the melty floor. He realizes that the air is clean. There's no spores. Interesting. There's clues here, guys.
This is good shit.
And there's a melty soldier. Turns out a bunch of them. That was kind of crazy.
That was.
Whoa, melty soldier?
Did that look like contemporary melty soldiers or like...
It did.
Old,
well, like Nam? What are you thinking?
Well, like, yeah, like Nam or like World War II era melty soldiers, not like 80s.
I get what you're saying. They did have older looking helmets.
So I'm wondering if this is like stuck. Well, it can't be stuck in time because it was 83.
Yeah, it's the
right?
Upside Down is frozen in November 6th, 1983.
Okay. I think maybe because they just
had
like
old gear.
Bodies.
They had old gear. Yeah, it was just giving.
That was the B team.
It was giving Indiana Jones. We found like a crypt full of long dead people.
Sure, and snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
I hate snakes. We cut to the military base where the alarm is sounding. It's the rest of that collie flashback where she was busting out. She kills that dude. He was 1 day from retirement. Blam.
Dude, I fucking love that. She's like, out of nowhere, by God, Callie from the top rope.
That man has a family.
God damn. And then she like goes fucking ham with the gun that she steals. Like she's
That's what I'm saying. She's a regular little assassin.
Yeah,
You know?
love it.
Turns out I was 10 yards from escaping.
I like that bit because it's like I didn't know until you guys busted me out how close to getting out I was. 10 yards. Yeah, I measured it as we were leaving. Probably didn't have time for that, but I did.
Son of a bitch.
When you guys said, hey, you're taking so long with that tape measure, that was why. 10 yards. But I found something else. A pregnant woman. Lots of pregnant women.
Ew.
What is yard?
And this is where L's like, pregnant
So there's the
women?
imperial system. There's the metric system.
Mama. Yes, L.
Pregnant women.
Mama. It wasn't drugs that gave us our powers, Jane. It was Henry. Papa's children were always just pale imitations of Henry. Only one of us was truly like him, which was 11.
Mama.
And only one of us had a different power than Henry, which is me. We're not going to talk about that.
Well, it's kind of the same. She just has one of Henry's powers, showing people vision.
But everyone else got the other one.
Yeah.
They will find you and create more like you, which is where I was like, thought she was like, which is why we can't let you live. That would be a bad move, though, because like 11's way more strong than her.
Right. What's she going to do?
Hi, you see things.
Stop showing me things.
Well, she's pretty good with a gun and stabbing.
That's true. You make her look like she's in the corner of the room, but
Yes.
she's right in her face.
Show her an illusion of a hug, but it's really a spear. Or something. That's just one idea. We could spitball.
She's just hugging a last spear. Ow.
You know, it would work.
Just one single spear.
She shows Elle an illusion of her hanging in the carnival ride. I'm going to get sick.
They're going to shave my hair again.
I know. I was like, do not do that again. I'll fucking quit.
There are no happy endings, Jane, not for us.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I do like
When you
how...
hear that at a massage parlor.
Oh, man. I do like that Callie is committed to only calling her Jane and not L or
it's a
11.
choice.
Because Hop calls her Jane sometimes, but it's mostly Kid.
Only when he's mad.
Yeah,
you know?
yes, that's how you know she's in
You're in
trouble.
trouble.
Her government name. Yeah.
Jane, go to your room.
Hopper comes back in, speaking of Hopper, and he's like, whoa, what's going on here? You kids fighting? You're grounded.
There's that brief moment where you're like, is that actually him, or is Callie
that was
putting a
fun.
vision of him to get her to stop her from leaving?
She should have
I
like
didn't-
poked him in the face before.
That didn't occur to me. Just his cheek. Derek is still out footing it in the woods. He's trying to follow the compass. He's not good at it. Henry's there. He's been busted, and he finds his map to the cave, crudely drawn. Who gave you this map? Your mom.
Your mom.
Great answer.
This kid's awesome.
He's like, oh, you want to talk about moms? How about your dad and your mom and your sister fucking dead? Eyes sucked in the back of their head. You don't even know about that shit, but I can do that. And he's like, oh my God.
Henry's being mean. He says bitch. That's a curse word.
Oh, your bitch sister?
I'm gonna kill your bitch of a sister.
How do you even know that she was a bitch?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can assume.
So
A brother like Derek.
I assume he is about to become snitchy Derek.
Devious Derek?
Or he already did. Yeah, he found Max in it.
Deceitful Derek?
Ooh.
Dastardly Derek.
Ooh.
Dickhead Derek.
Max and Holly are on the playground memory now, the memory of her meeting Henry that we've seen. And the center of the merry-go-round should be yellow, but it's black. So she busts through it with a fire poker. And below is the fight with her parents where she got kidnapped. Hilariously, they don't show Ted. Only Karen.
Yeah.
And I love the bit that I don't remember noticing because that scene was so good at the time, or maybe they didn't show it, but the way the Demogorgon can't pull Holly because she's holding onto the bed. I just imagine the Demogorgon like, this girl's really strong.
Shit.
Holy shit.
She's been working out.
She's got grip strength.
Let go. And Max is like, come on, Holly, we're close to the final memory. You're coming with me too, right? I'm going to stick around here, actually. Of course I'm coming with you, dumbass. I'm probably going to go first, just in case.
I'm going to push you aside and jump through that portal.
Mike and Lucas acquired a Demogorgon and they nail it into place under the tower. Will is ready to jack in and they're shocking the Demogorgon. He gets the Will tingles. That's how we know he's jacking in.
Yep.
And nobody look, he's jacking in. He's plugged in and then he's like switching channels. It's pretty cool.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
He's pod racing. And he becomes Derek. I guess he can do that because Derek's in Vecna's mind.
Yeah.
I'm
Part of the
Derek.
hive mind. some way.
Somebody called me dipshit. I must be Derek.
What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for Vecna.
Why are you Derek? I don't know. And then
Well, everyone was like very hostile towards Derek and his POV. Like he was coming out of the woods like, where the fuck you been, Derek?
he's been the class bully for years. They don't
and
like him.
He was being a dipshit. Holly wouldn't go out in the woods, you fucking liar.
and he hears about Max. This is how the crew finds out about Max being in there somewhere through Will. Max and Lucas is beside himself with that info. She's with Holly.
Oh, I'm so glad that the others know that Max is there.
This arc with the 11-year-old girl who is like blaming herself that she didn't fight the monster is a little silly to me, but I like that, Max is talking her up. I just stood there. Why didn't I fight? 'Cause you're 10.
Yeah.
What would you, what?
That's a perfectly natural reaction, what you just
so
did.
many good reasons for why you didn't fight.
That was old you. New you also wouldn't attack him.
If Ted, as strong as he is, couldn't defeat him, what chance did Holly have?
Yeah, your dad's a real beefcake and he couldn't do anything.
That was old Holly. It won't happen next time. I hope it doesn't happen momentarily and you do nothing again. That would be embarrassing.
I really hoped you'd learned a lesson right now.
I hope Max chastises her. You know, you really are a little bitch, Holly. I believed in you.
I thought she was going to do something. He just like gives her a mean look and she's like,
I thought it was going to
never
be
mind.
quickest arc of all time. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're doing the Eddie arc with Holly. All I do is run. Not anymore.
I'm 10 years old. I'm standing my ground.
It's because I'm sober. I'm really not scared of monsters when I'm drunk.
That like
She needs
when she's
her
getting
liquid courage.
dragged away, she's like, "Mom, please, please." Oh, that was heartbreaking. I was a little sad. Like, oh,
Yeah, because it's so
poor baby
cowardly. You're
Holly.
like, ooh, cringe.
Ooh, it's giving ick.
Just give me the ick. And yeah, it's Vecna's home base. They can see through the memory of the time she was kidnapped. But Henry slams the door of his mind and then he glitches into orderly Henry.
That's such a cool effect.
I love this outfit. Why does he do that?
Cause, dude. And then and then he's Vecna now.
Bro, chill, cuz.
Ooh. And Holly is shooketh. She's never seen Vecna before, right?
No.
In his form,
I mean, him turning
with his snatched waist.
the corner like, that's pretty scary.
It me.
Hello.
I have shoulder pads now.
And then he grabs Max with his strong hand. At long last, the fox is caught.
I like killing animals.
Really? How long you been workshopping that one?
He was practicing in the mirror.
It was off the dome.
When I finally get her, when she like leaves the cave, I'm gonna grab her like, yo, put him up.
What
No,
does the fox say? Fuck!
ring a ding ding shit.
It's so catchy. It's an earworm. What if that's Holly's magic song? Ring a ding 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 ding.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You're the only one I know that knows more of that song, you stupid son of a bitch. He's like, the third verse? Hilarious.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Little Baja Man.
Yeah, throw them in there. Why
Saving
not?
lives. Yeah, and then he's choking her out. It's not good. It's not looking good. Her heart rate back in the real world is dropping dramatically.
I thought they were gonna kill her right here and there.
Did you really, though?
I was really hoping they wouldn't. I was like, you
That
better.
would be an insane choice.
I was like, you better not. You
JK,
better
thing, though,
fucking not.
like- When Max is like, "Oh, I'm totally coming with you," I don't know if she is because she's at some point she's gonna be like, "My body's broken out there and I'm blind and shit." Like
She's not.
I don't
She's
want all that.
It's been over a year. She's all healed
I
up.
don't want all that. Well, maybe she could like.
She's gonna have a lot of PT.
I don't know if
she gets
she's
back.
gonna be able to see again.
Her eyes were just damaged. I
Are you gonna
think.
fix that shit?
Yeah, your retinas can heal and stuff. Just depends on what kind of cornea damage she had. I know a lot about the eyes. There's rods and cones.
Yeah. Pupae.
Yeah, they're circular.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did kind of like leave that in a weird way where she was like, of course I am.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like going to be a surprise when she doesn't. She just wants to save Holly. That'll annoy me.
Yeah,
I don't
be
have
real
much
sad.
affinity for Holly, but I do Max. You know?
I think she'll save Holly first,
I bet Holly
so Holly can save her.
finally has her arc and saves Max. How about that,
Oh,
Andy?
she stays behind?
Yeah.
The 10-year-old sacrifices herself?
Sure. Well, they're setting up this arc where she's, it's ridiculous, but
For
it's
sure.
a thing that she's a coward. 'cause
run away.
and she's going to have to stand up to complete that arc now. When's the next step? Is the next one Escape from Camazotz? It's the second.
I think so.
I thought that was
Let me
7.
double check that.
'Tis a silly place.
I wish they didn't tell us the titles because it's like, that one's pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
The one where Vecna dies, they're all just like Friends episode titles.
Will gets powers. Shit.
The gang escapes.
Yeah. Episode 6 is Escape from Camazotz.
Okay, well, I bet I have a prediction for what's going to happen.
Ooh, directed by Sean Levy.
Fun.
Ooh. Free guy? Fuck yeah.
Frank Darabont directed this episode. Shock Jock.
Shock Jock. Well, sorry, Frank. Yeah, so then this is where Will kind of infiltrates Vecna and fucks with him and, fuck him with his own dick. That was the plan. Or stab him with his own sword. Depends on how you want to look
Breaks
at it.
his leg all.
That's cool.
Yeah,
he
that was
saves
awesome.
Max.
It was all bloody too.
Vecna's like, owie!
What the fuck?
And then he takes his voice. Max, if you can hear me, I am Will. I
I'm a
cry
sor-
a lot. I paint.
I'm a sorcerer now because my powers are innate.
I don't have time.
You need to run.
That was cool.
Does that-
I also thought it was like an audience surrogate thing because Max, for some reason, even in this sequence, she's always really not in a hurry. And that's why she didn't reach the door in the first place. And he's like, you really need to run.
You're the zoomer.
Zoom it. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
So
Make
do you
my
think-
heart go?
Do you think if
boom.
Will wasn't distracted trying to save Max, he would have actually killed Vecna here? Because he gives up breaking his leg to communicate.
I got the
to her?
impression that it's a tough. He's fighting back. So when he broke his leg, he would have broke more limbs then if he could. But he's like pushing back, holding his limbs together. And then he begins to overpower him once he kind of doubles down.
Get out.
Heals his leg. Get out. Yeah.
Get out.
You're not welcome here. You're squatting.
Get out, get out, get out.
Vecna fixes his leg. He's becomes Henry again and pushes Will out. It's interesting that he becomes Henry.
That's what the true power is, his true self.
Is it? Because Vecna's like the final form. That's why he turned into that to kill Max.
Sure. I also feel like Vecna is not, I think he's more, well, machine now than man, but replace machine with vines and shit.
Yeah.
I think his actual physical,
have
what's
the
left of
technology.
Henry is just his head and maybe some of his chest.
Sure.
Because his arms
Nipples,
are just
maybe?
vines now. So maybe that's just his true
Viney
psychic
nips.
self is Henry.
I think also Jamie Kimball Bower just happened to be on set that day and they were like, bro, come on.
Well, they had to take him out of the. Well, he's in the makeup too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The makeup artist was sick that day.
Yeah, Will gets thrown in the real world. He pushes Will out. Robin cranks the juice,
Crank it.
vaporizes, electrocutes too much. The Demogorgon and the spores flee. Oh no, there's so many spores in there.
Another
dude.
meat flare.
That was a lot more spores in the Demogorgon than was in Will.
That was so much.
Yeah, it's like big load.
Yeah. And that's just out there.
He probably hadn't
He'd been saving that for weeks.
been electrocuted in weeks. Oh, it is November.
It's November 4th.
It's been 4 days.
Pent up.
It doesn't take long.
4 days.
No spore November. Jonathan and Nancy bust through the melty wall to get to the melty roof or roof, depending on what part of the country you're from. And Nancy's light finds the force field. They kind of waste time fucking with it. Whoa.
Neat.
Jonathan's I wish I had purple palm tree delight right now.
Dustin's in the basement reading the Death Star plans. Jonathan throws the pipe into the force field. Dark magic. And she's like, no, that's a pipe. Then Dustin hits the payload, realizes something we don't understand, right?
It's not a shield generator.
Oh, God. Don't touch anything. But he broke the radio earlier in his tussle with Steve, so it's not reaching quite. Nancy's locking and loading. It's not a shell generator. It's not dark magic. If you touch that, you will die. We will die. Everyone will die.
Nancy's like, guess they'll miss the show.
And that's the end of the episode.
Dang.
So before we get to chocolate puddings, we do have to theorize because it's fun for everyone else who's already watched 6 and 7. What do we think Dustin realized? What do you think that shield is? Does anyone have any thoughts? You didn't put any thought into that? It's like the central mystery.
I'm wondering if maybe whatever that thing is what allows the upside down to exist. So we know there's Dimension X, we know there's a real world, but the upside down's the in-betweeny place. And if they destroy that thing and the upside down collapses, those people that are inside die. Dustin thinks that will happen because obviously she shot it at the end, unless like they cut to the beginning of the next episode and Jonathan
100% that's going to happen.
Push the gun away at the last second.
Yeah.
You know?
And then it just shoots Steve.
Yeah.
Dustin was mean to me, so I came up to your crew. I'm cold.
So cold.
Jonathan, hold me.
Jonathan, hold me. What do you got, Steve?
Oh, I was going to say like
she
maybe
fades.
it's like something that somebody created that's actually keeping like our original theory that the upside down is like being surrounded by Dimension X. And so Henry's plan is to make Dimension X take over our reality or like consume our reality. And this is the thing that's actually holding the two realities back. And so if you destroy that, then that's part of Vecna's plan is, I don't know, maybe like that's not a thing that Vecna built because they're like, Vecna's definitely behind this, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just something that someone else created to like keep the two realities away from each other. I don't know.
What were the weird squishy blob things in the notebook that he was reading?
I think the clue, other than pausing in his notebook maybe, but I don't know how much that would do, is the fact that there's no spores there. And so it's actually not even upside down on the top level there.
That's true, yeah.
So that gives me pause. Like, what the fuck does that mean? It's not even the upside down up there.
Maybe whatever that blobby thing is what's holding Dimension X back.
And the fact that there's
So if they destroy
soldiers
it,
there
then it's
is...
gonna collapse in.
Yeah, that's what I
Steve,
said.
you said that those look like World War II soldiers. The kind of soldiers that would have been in Henry's grandpa's era of fighting or
Dr.
something.
Brenner's dad?
Dr. Brenner's dad's soldier friends.
Yeah?
That's what that is.
Oh, I think, yeah. That's why I was thinking like...
So it's Dimension X up there maybe or something. But that's what those soldiers are.
But like in the lower levels is the upside down.
Yeah.
And this is, yeah.
Those
okay.
are Brenner's dad's buddies that are out there melted 1,000%.
Well, or at least of that time era, because Brenner's dad's buddies were on a ship and the ship is what was transported. But maybe they tried to recreate that around the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like it ahead of people who were like, it was on a ship.
Fuck those people. They knew what I meant.
So I'm not totally sure if I'm following.
Yeah, you're never gonna. So in the play, it's revealed, spoilers for the play that we've dropped a bunch of already, for skip ahead 1 minute, that Dr. Brenner's dad on a military vessel, a ship, accidentally found the Bermuda Triangle or what, a Dimension X.
They were testing technology that would make the ships invisible. But somehow that transported them to Dimension X.
Event Horizon style. And
Brenner's dad was like the only
the
survivor.
only survivor, and his blood was altered, which is how Brenner knew that the blood was altered and could create things. But he ultimately died of his wounds or whatever, but after being tested on and stuff.
So
that
how
was
do you
in,
think
like-
that those dudes showed up in the upside down?
Well, I don't have anything, but I think that's why the soldiers looked older, like their gear looked more antiquated, is because it was Brenner's dad's era, which would have been in the 40s. That would have been World War II, just like Steve said, right?
Yeah.
So hot.
Ish, yeah.
Maybe Korean War. I don't know. Older.
Interesting.
Pre-Nam. Or maybe Nam. Yeah.
I like it. I like this.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I don't have any theories because it's weird that there's not upside down.
If there was a big
there.
prow of a ship, that would have made things a lot more clear.
Rose is up there, the heart of the ocean, naked.
Don't throw it, Rose.
Draw me like Brenner's French girls.
Well, I'm not very good at drawing, but 10 will figure out what I'm drawing immediately.
Keeps taking her titties out, so I have to use this crayon and act like I'm doing something.
Man, we don't bring those out in the rainbow room.
All right, I'll draw a 3 and 2 dots.
It's very inappropriate.
That's
3 and 2.
You know? All right.
Yeah, 1943 is when the USS Eldridge was transported to Dimension X.
World War II. World War II.
Part of Project Rainbow.
That's right.
Rainbow.
I just watched Nuremberg, so I'm pretty hip to all this stuff.
Yeah, did they cover Dimension X in Nuremberg?
No. It's more about the Nuremberg trials.
Sure.
Per se.
Sure.
You know, Goering. But that brings us to our fun little segments, favorite moments and such, after another brief break to listen to one of our sponsors.
Stream Fiends, it's December, the month of twinkling lights, year-end reflections, and a calendar full of absolute chaos. But before we wrap up today's episode, we want to give a huge thank you to everyone who supports Streaming Things on Patreon. Whether you're tossing in $1 or going full super patron, your support means the world to us, and it keeps this show alive. But as always, we want to give a special shout out to our super patrons, those amazing folks who contribute $25 or more each month. You go above and beyond, and we are endlessly grateful. So thank you to Aaron Armstrong, A.K. Ashley Ray, Albus Stinkpot, Alexis Adler, Anthony Corona, Apple of Andes Az, Arson Wells, Ashley Powers, Bluff Pum, Brett X, Brianna Williams, Kaylee Sampson, Daniel Pack, Elbander, Emmy, East Graymo, Haley B, Hootie Hoo, Jay Rich, Jeanette Murphy, Jen Robinson, Jer, Jim E, Joe True, Joe Velez, John Collins, Josh Stitch, Jay Scramo, Just Liz Calabria, Justin, Jadinklage Morgoon, Kalisha Reeves, Katie, Lady Trashley, Lil Tickler, Mandy Joe, Maddlestat, Mitchell, Narvel Toughnuts, Nice Guy Eddie, Paula Garcia, Peaches, Rabbit Dog in a Barbie Car, Rebellious Angel, Sean Callahan, Sean Myers, Sun Loving Mortal, Suzanne Road, Susie Callahan, Svento7, Taloon, Trisha Bueller, Upside Down Canuck, Xander Barbarian, Casey McCain, and Enza. Thank you all so much for supporting the show, and let's get back to the episode.
And we're back. We found the chocolate pudding. Here are our top 3 favorite moments of this episode. Andy,
I'm
what
going
say
to go
you?
with number 3 is the Steve and Dustin confrontation, the big fight. It was heartbreaking. And yeah, Steve, I think Dustin crying at the end was the most affecting part of it. Like as the fight was happening and stuff, I'm like, oh no, don't hurt each other. But when he's crying afterward, I'm like, oh, he's sad. And I felt bad for him.
Oh, he's sad. That's my number 3 favorite moment as well, Andy. It's I don't like seeing Dustin and Steve fight for sure, but like I thought this
Vegetables.
the vegetables. No, but
Butter, little MSG will be all right.
a little salt, pepper that shit. But no, I thought this was very well executed. Like because your heart just really breaks for both characters, but Dustin specifically, and just to see this relationship that was just once so pure and heartwarming break down into fisticuffs was just devastating to watch, and I'm excited to see where they go through with this altercation next episode. But it was really well done. Both actors crushed it.
my number 3 is actually like Joyce's terrible plan, but not her plan. It gave me the ick or whatever. I just really, really loved when Erica was like, well, he's a sorcerer. And then Mike was like, I know, right?
Fist bump.
It matters.
Like the whole group dynamic there, that joke lands for me and is big fun. Big fun for me. Andy, you're number 2.
My number 2 was Will snapping Vecna's leg and shit, and the get out. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. The whole like, if you can hear me, you need to run and stuff. That shit was dope. You know?
Yeah. My number 2 favorite moment is a very small moment, but it's fucking awesome. And that's when Callie just takes out that one dude, just leaps out of nowhere and takes him down like a spider monkey, and then just starts like shooting out all those dudes in the hallway.
From the top rope?
Yeah, from the top rope. Callie, by God, hits him with the elbow, the sling blade. So sick. That's another wrestling move.
Really? Mustard and biscuits?
You got any mustard? Got French fried taters. Yeah.
I reckon I ain't going to get past these pregnant women today.
That was great.
My number 2 is the same moment. I think Kali,
Hell yeah.
yeah, knowing how to handle herself is really fucking awesome. Just her flipping around and shooting people and shit and like brutally stabbing those doctors. But that tracks because we know that she's a killer. Don't push me.
Right? She's got nothing to lose.
Revenge is
too.
the sweetest joy. No.
She got nothing to lose. All her found family are dead except Funshine, as we've established. And yeah, she got moves.
Sure. Andy, you're number one.
My favorite moment was Derek overhearing Max and Holly's plan, and he like gets up. He's like, "No, I didn't hear much except for the entire thing." And Mike and I are basically best friends now. And I saw the way that you were looking at Henry when he was explaining everything, so I knew that you knew that he was full of shit. So anyway, that's why I'm here. It was just fucking awesome for him to just spill all the beans like that. It was super funny.
Yeah, that kid rocks. Have you seen him in interviews on like Jimmy Fallon and stuff? He's delightful.
That's fun.
That kid is becoming a standout in the whole cast.
He couldn't tell his friends that he was working on Stranger Things because they would pressure him for spoilers and stuff too much. So he told them while he was traveling and shooting all the time that he was doing a mayonnaise documentary.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious because, oh my gosh, whenever we would be filming stuff, like when I worked for the production companies I used to work for, if ever we were out in public filming something and people would be like, "What are you filming?" Because you don't really want to get into that shit because you don't want to have a long conversation with people. You would just say, "Oh, we're shooting a mayonnaise commercial."
Really? Maybe that's like
that
an inside joke for production people.
I think it is. That's awesome.
Yeah, because
if you say that to people, they immediately clock out like, "Oh," and they like leave.
Yeah, Fallon was like, "Why would you say that?" And Derek, whoever the actor who plays Derek said, "No follow-up questions."
Oh, he's 100% right. That's so funny. I love that.
Steve, is it your number one?
Oh, yeah. It is mine. Sorry. My favorite moment is Andy's number two. That last little bit where Max and Holly are trying to escape, but then Will hijacks Vecna for that brief moment. Like, that was such a really cool escalation of powers, and then the tension of Vecna arriving to stop Max and Holly at the last second was very effective. And seeing him on like the on the staircase doing blah, and he's like phasing in between all his different forms, and then he finally shows his Groot form to Holly is super cool. And then that like, "Run, Max, if you can hear me." That's really cool stuff. My favorite moment for sure.
That's gotta be weird
I
for
need
Max's
you to
point of view
hide.
too. She doesn't know Will can do that. So
She
she's
did-
just, if Vecna's being nice.
He didn't say like, "Max, it's Will."
No, it's just like, yeah, if you can hear me. And she's like, huh?
I don't
Of
believe
course I
you.
can hear you. You're right there.
You're yelling.
You're yelling. It's rude.
I mean, sure, I'll run. Vecna, Jesus.
I agree with you. I think or I have the same favorite moment. I really love the glitching out stuff and revisiting one of my favorite moments of this season so far. Where like that whole Karen and Ted and Demo battle was really gnarly and good stuff all around. I don't understand what they're doing with the Holly version of the Eddie arc. It's a little scary, but yeah, really, really intriguing stuff. And Sadie Sink's always awesome. That's my favorite moment. Now it's time for our Easter Eggos. These are the 80s pop culture references that kind of, make the show what it is. And we try to find them and shout them out here. It was a very poor showing on my part in this episode.
Yeah, same.
Everyone that I have is really objectively obvious.
On the nose, yeah.
But Andy,
I called dibs on it while we were watching it.
Yeah.
no one's ever done that before. It's a very strange thing that you did, by the way.
Like hell, we haven't called dibs before.
No one has
But
ever said
I have
dibs
called-
on that Eggo.
I have called dibs on Eggos in the past, for sure. It's a thing, guys. Anyway, she was watching her spooky movie was A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, and that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like what they're going to be doing with Max and Holly specifically is very Dream Warriors-esque.
Yep, absolutely.
Because that's the one where it's a bunch of kids in a hospital who can't sleep because Freddy will kill them. And then they
Nancy shows up. She gives them some drugs that'll stop them from dreaming and stuff. But
yeah,
1,000%. All of the
Arquette
12
has
children.
the ability to bring people into her dreams and stuff.
All of the 12 children are going to have to team up to fight Henry, which will be Dream Warriors.
there's a wizard kid in Dream Warriors. Also,
His name is Will.
there might be another Freddy Krueger reference. That at least is what I thought of when he's like threatening Derek, and he's like, "Your bitch of a sister." Like to me, that's a Freddy Krueger thing to say, not necessarily a Henry Vecna VH1 thing to say.
100%.
Yeah, Freddy threw some stank on that sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You're my nightmare now, Nancy.
Steve, what do you got?
I really don't have anything. Return of the Jedi, obviously. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. Not just that, but maybe even Dustin's plans were like somewhat of a Star Wars reference. We don't ever actually see the Death Star plans too much, but
I mean, he's really looking
there
at
was
a
a
giant circle.
Yeah, exactly. That's how low I'm hanging with these fruit.
Yeah. Well, it's a rough one for me.
Reminds me of.
We've called out the connections to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind before, but them straight up going through Holly's memories and finding a piece of another memory within an existing memory is a straight up Eternal Sunshine thing.
And
a lot of the fun, dreamy stuff happens in a Barnes and Noble. So them poking through the books and stuff made me think of the sequences where like all the books were disappearing behind Joel in the Barnes and Noble that Clementine worked at.
They mentioned Mr. Rogers. Yeah, they're really low for me this week.
Mr. Rogers, yeah.
Ecto
Frankenstein.
Cooler. Erica was drinking an Ecto
Oh,
Cooler.
yeah, the Ecto Cooler. Fuck yeah, when they were having their snack break.
It was a high C. What's an Ecto Cooler?
It's a high C Ecto Cooler.
It's a Ghostbusters themed high C beverage.
But it was green. And it was like really...
It had Slimer on it. Mm-hmm. Saw some old school Chips Ahoy, some old school Bugles.
Yeah, Doritos.
A box of Bugles.
Yeah, a box of Bugles. Didn't know the
tiny
Bugles
box.
came in boxes.
And then music-wise, there was Heart and Soul by Floyd Kramer was playing during the big, when the kids are playing in the...
Diegetically
in the
at
house.
first.
Dun, 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 which could be, because they picked that song, it could be a big reference because that's the famous
what he plays with his little
big
feetsies.
scene when they're playing the floor piano in the, on the FAO Schwartz.
Let's call it Big.
Big.
Any other music?
No, that's the only song I heard that was...
Not a lot of needle drops in season 5 comparatively.
No. I did like the soundtrack that they played during the Frankenstein scene when they're setting up the Frankenstein.
cool.
There's like a real deep, bassy, dissonant song. I think
Sounded
that's
like
for the
some Trent
soundtrack.
Reznor shit. It was cool.
Yeah, I really like that. I'll be searching for that one later on and trying to blast it while I work.
Fuck yeah. Well, that brings us to our 11 out of 10 nominations. This is our favorite performance of the episode. Andy, you award first.
Oh, man.
Our medal ceremony.
I'll give it to Gadden Maserato for that fight sequence and the tearing up, you fake asshole and shit at the end. It's just heartbreaking.
You dumb, fake asshole.
Yeah, for me, it came down to Gatton, Nell, or Sadie Sink. But I'm going to give it to Gatton this week as well. Because, I mean, that was the scene that broke my heart the most. And it's all his doing for sure.
I'm going to give it to Sadie Sink.
That's a great choice.
I think his dramatic performance is better, but I think she's just like, the jokes are landing. It's good vibes. You know, like I think Sadie Sink is really carrying me through this kind of valley so far of season 5 that I'm in. And I'm so the most invested in her plot. I will riot if they end up killing her in some way.
It'd be fucked up.
I mean, I guess they could theoretically let her survive just to fight on in the mind and then still let her die.
Mm-hmm.
She's the dream
But I don't
warrior.
see that happening because she's got to be able to talk to Lucas again.
That's got to happen
I
for
don't-
sure.
Unless she's able to do that. What if she's like through will? You know?
Kiss me one night.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That would break my heart. But yeah, Sadie Sink's my choice.
Are you saying that Sadie is sinking them buckets? That's a basketball.
Leave that back in the
reference.
Get
workshop.
out.
Here, edit point. That's got to go, even for you. Remember, guys, patreon.com/streaming thing. If you can support the show, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, you want, like, I would love to hear like this kind of thing, but with Game of Thrones and Arcane and Midnight Mass and maybe like Ghostbusters randomly. That's where you find that stuff. Patreon.com/streaming things. If you can't afford to support the show financially, totally understandable. Fucked up times we're living in.
Absolutely.
You can just rate and review the show wherever you're listening to this. Tell some friends about it. Share it on social media, that kind of stuff. That would be wonderful. But let's see what, speaking of Frankenstein,
Ooh, nice segue.
let's see what monstrosity we created with this MadLib.
The MadLibs. This is the story that you guys helped put together at the beginning of the episode. This story is titled, This Has Been a WSQK Broadcast. You guys ready to hear it?
Yes.
Happy holidays, Hawkins. You're listening to WSQK, and I'm your host, Disgusting Winona Ryder. It's about 42 degrees on the kinda stinky but not unpleasant Christmas morning. Is that snow outside? Nope. It's just those pesky, preposterous particles floating around from the upside down. That was hard to say.
Wow.
Good job.
If Santa Claus spreads shocking arousal by bringing nunchucks to all Hawkins children, Vecna Claus does the opposite. He's stealing the kids in the middle of the night with the help of his breathless but determined demo elves. Pray that finding a
Smokers.
10 packs a day. Pray that finding a confused lump of coal in your stocking is the worst thing that'll happen to you this holiday, kiddies. If you're looking for the solution to keeping Vecna away, just play your favorite holiday song on a loop. Here's mine. Have yourself an uncomfortably erect little Christmas. Speaking of tunes, we got a very special lineup for you today. We'll get itchy and rashy by kicking some things off with Sting. And at the top of the hour, we're giving away little Charlie Brown Christmas trees to one lucky caller. It could be you. Stay tuned. For the time being, get a little stretched out on the couch with your loved ones.
That kind of works.
Yeah.
Turn the volume up and bask in the holiday Demogorgon orifice. Because with the plum, we roll along, Hawkins. Stay peach-ill today. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Hey, stay peach-ill.
Stay peach-ill, San Diego. Thank you, Lavender Haze, for that wonderful Mad Lib. And
Yes.
listeners, don't you worry. We're going to watch episodes 6 and 7. If you're listening to this on Friday at the earliest, at the 26th, later today, you'll probably have more of these episodes. We're going to keep watching and keep recording. It's still Christmas as we record this, though. Thank you guys so much for listening. That's all the time we have for right now. My name is Kit.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Steve.
And this was Streaming Things, streaming Stranger Things.
Happy streaming.